oppressive quiet. I tiptoed to my bedroom door and cracked it open. The hallway was empty. I could hear the sound of my own breathing. Slowly, I crept to my parents' room to check on them. They were fast asleep. Their faces were calm and undisturbed. For a while, I just stood there watching them, but as I turned back toward my room, that's when I felt it. A presence. Not something I could see or hear, but something I knew was there. The air grew colder, pressing down on me like a heavy blanket. The hair on my arms stood on end, and my instincts screamed for me to run. And then I heard it. "Why are you awake?" I froze. My mouth went dry and my limbs felt like lead, but then I thought, it's Mom. It has to be Mom. I felt relief for a moment. But as I turned toward the voice, I noticed my parents' room. The door was still ajar and I could see them lying in bed. Motionless. Breathing softly. Sleep. If they were asleep, then who? The voice cut through my thoughts, louder this time with anger. "Why are you not sleeping? You were supposed to be asleep." The sound was coming closer. My chest tightened as I turned the corner. And then I saw it. It wasn't my mother. Not my father. Not anything human. The figure was impossibly tall and thin, its skin stretched taut over its skeletal frame. Its face, or the space where a face should have been, was a void, a swirling black emptiness. "It's all your fault, you should have stayed asleep." Panic overtook me and I ran. My legs felt like lead, my breath came in sharp gasps, but I didn't stop until I slammed the door of my room shut behind me. The knocking started immediately, loud, violent, relentless. Each blow shook the door and I pressed myself against it, tears streaming down my face. And then, just as suddenly as it had started, the knocking stopped. Silence. For what felt like hours, I stood there, trembling, waiting for the next sound. When nothing came, I thought it was over. I thought I was safe. I opened the door. And that's when I realized something was wrong. The world outside wasn't the same. The air was thick, suffocating, and the walls of the house seemed warped, their colors dull and faded. The clock on the wall caught my eye and my stomach dropped. The hands weren't moving. It was 10 p.m. And it always would be. I don't know how long I've been here. Days. Weeks. Years. Time doesn't exist